The weight of the crown had never felt heavier for Prince Adrian. The kingdom of Aurelia was flourishing, but the king, his father, had grown old and weary. The Council of Elders had made it clear, it was time for Prince Adrian to marry so he could inherit the throne and secure the future of the kingdom. As the only heir, the pressure to find a suitable bride was immense. Whispers filled the grand halls of the palace, with courtiers and noble families all speculating on who the prince would choose. But Prince Adrian was not interested in just any marriage. He longed for a union built on genuine love and mutual respect. He had met countless noblewomen, but none had stirred his heart. Little did he know, 7 princesses from neighboring kingdoms had their eyes set on him, each determined to win his affection. Princess Aurelia, Bella, Celia, Daria, Alina, Flora, and Gia had been friends since childhood. Each of them possessed beauty and grace, and their names, all ending in A, were whispered with admiration across the lands. When they learned that Prince Adrian was searching for a bride, the 7 princesses made a pact. They would work together to capture his heart. Their plan was simple but ambitious. By combining their strengths and charm, they believed they could present themselves as the ultimate brides for the prince, making it impossible for him to resist. They knew that in unity, they had the best chance of succeeding. Their first stop was the royal tailor, the most sought after in all the kingdoms. They commissioned gowns of such breathtaking beauty that they shimmered like the stars. The gowns were woven from the finest silks, dyed in rich hues of emerald green, royal blue, and deep crimson. Each gown was adorned with intricate embroidery and jewels that reflected the light in a dazzling display. Next, the princesses traveled to the shores of the enchanted ocean. It was said that the clay found on the ocean floor had magical properties, capable of enhancing one's beauty. The princesses spent hours carefully applying the clay to their faces, their laughter echoing across the water as they imagined the prince's reaction to their newfound radiance. The clay left their skin glowing with a natural sheen, and their confidence grew. With their gowns complete and their skin radiant, the princesses turned their attention to their hair. They hired the most skilled braiders in the land to create intricate patterns in their locks. Gems and pearls were woven into the braids, each strand reflecting the light and adding a touch of elegance to their already stunning appearances. The braiders worked tirelessly, their hands moving swiftly to create masterpieces that would surely catch the prince's eye. But the princesses didn't stop there. They knew that scent was a powerful tool, capable of evoking memories and stirring emotions. They ventured deep into the enchanted forest, where they gathered rare flowers known for their intoxicating fragrance. Together, they crafted a perfume that was unlike any other, a blend of floral notes that was both sweet and seductive. The scent was so alluring that even the forest creatures paused to take it in as the princesses passed by. Their preparations were nearly complete, but they knew that the final touch would be their presence, the way they moved, spoke, and carried themselves. They practiced their dance together, moving in perfect harmony as they glided across the marble floors of the palace. Their steps were graceful, their movements fluid, and they imagined how the prince would be captivated by their elegance. The day finally arrived when the 7 princesses would present themselves to Prince Adrian. They entered the grand ballroom of Aurelia's palace with confidence, their gowns shimmering, their hair glistening, and the scent of their perfume trailing behind them. The courtiers gasped in awe as the princesses made their entrance, each more stunning than the last. Prince Adrian watched as the 7 princesses approached, each one more beautiful than he had imagined. Their collective beauty was undeniable, and their efforts to win his favor were evident. But as the evening wore on, something troubled the prince. Despite their external beauty, he sensed that there was something missing. The conversations felt rehearsed, the laughter forced, and though the princesses were lovely, he found himself yearning for something more, something real. Unbeknownst to the 7 princesses, Prince Adrian had already met someone who had left a lasting impression on his heart. During one of his visits to the kingdom's farmlands, he had encountered a young woman named Paige. She was not of noble birth, nor did she possess the extravagant beauty of the princesses, but there was something about her that the prince found enchanting. Paige was a simple girl from a humble family, known for her quiet strength and kind heart. She worked tirelessly on her family's farm, helping to tend the fields and care for the animals. Her beauty was natural and unadorned, with a warm smile that reached her eyes. She had no need for magical clay or jeweled gowns. Her charm lay in her sincerity and the way she treated others with kindness and respect. When Prince Adrian had first met Paige, she had been helping a lost child find their way home. Her gentle manner and genuine concern for the child's well-being had touched the prince deeply. They had spent the afternoon together, talking and laughing as they walked through the fields, and for the first time, Prince Adrian felt at ease. There was no pretense, no pressure, just 2 people enjoying each other's company. As the prince stood in the grand ballroom, surrounded by the 7 princesses, his mind drifted back to that day in the fields with Paige. He realized that what he truly desired was not a bride who could dazzle a court, but a partner who could share in the simple joys of life, who could be his equal in both heart and spirit. The 7 princesses, sensing the prince's hesitation, grew anxious. They had done everything together, following their plan to the letter, yet the prince seemed distant. They had imagined this moment 1,000 times, but now it was slipping away. When the time came for Prince Adrian to announce his choice, the room fell silent. The 7 princesses stood in a row, their hearts pounding in their chests, each one certain that she would be the one chosen. But instead of calling out one of their names, the prince did something unexpected. "Thank you all for your efforts," Prince Adrian began, his voice steady. "You are all remarkable, and I appreciate the lengths you have gone to in order to win my favor. But my heart belongs to another." The room buzzed with confusion as the prince continued. "Her name is Paige. She is not a princess, nor does she come from a noble family. But she possesses the qualities that I value most: kindness, humility, and a genuine heart. It is with her that I wish to share my life and the responsibilities of the kingdom." The 7 princesses were stunned into silence. They had never considered that the prince would choose someone outside their circle, someone who had not participated in the grand displays they had orchestrated. But as the reality of the situation set in, they began to understand. The prince was looking for something deeper than beauty or status. He was searching for a true connection. In time, the 7 princesses came to respect the prince's decision. They realized that while their efforts had been well-intentioned, they had focused too much on appearances and not enough on what truly mattered. The lesson was a humbling one, but it was also an important reminder that love cannot be won through superficial means. Prince Adrian and Paige were married in a simple yet beautiful ceremony, surrounded by friends, family, and the people of Aurelia. The 7 princesses attended the wedding, their hearts filled with newfound wisdom. Though they had not won the prince's heart, they had gained something just as valuable, a deeper understanding of what it means to love and be loved. The story of Prince Adrian and Paige became a cherished tale in the kingdom of Aurelia, a reminder that true love is found not in the grand gestures or the finest gowns, but in the quiet moments of connection between 2 hearts.